They will going to the capital budgeting in that setting. This every financial manager at a corporate, he or she is supposed to take four important decisions. One is investment decision, the other one is financial decision, the other one is dividend decision, then working capital management decision. When employees said to be, sorry, when a financial manager is going to take investment decision, he or she will be using a technique to take investment decision. That is capital budgeting. Here we are going to learn capital budgeting under uncertainty. What do you mean by capital budgeting? Capital budgeting is a process where the financial manager will be using this technique to accept or reject a particular asset or a project based on risk and uncertainty. Risk means the chance of suffering a loss. Uncertainty, the outcome may be positive or negative. That is uncertainty. Every financial manager should be rational in taking a decision, and he or she will be using two important attributes in capital budgeting decision. That is risk and uncertainty. Risk means the chance of suffering a loss. Then uncertainty means the outcome. The outcome may be positive, the outcome may be negative. Then it is said to be uncertain. Then uncertainty about the cash flows. Cash flows, when a financial manager is going to accept a project and he is going to take invest the fund in that project, the cash flows may be positive or negative. Then the outcome may be positive or negative. This is called cash flows. There are several methods that will be used under capital budgeting and the risk and uncertainty. One is sensitivity analysis, the other one is scenario analysis, then Monte Carlo simulation, decision tree, then standard deviation. There are several methods. Based on the several methods, capital budgeting will be used in this capital budgeting. There are several methods based on this, the decision will be taken. Sensitivity analysis. What is this sensitivity analysis? If among different variables, if one of the independent variables and the dependent variable, if one variable going to change, then what happens to the whole project? That is called sensitivity analysis. For example, if a financial manager is going to invest his money, his fund on one project, if variable cost is going to increase, if the variable cost will go up, the other variables like fixed cost, sales will be the same. But only the variable cost will going to be more. Then how it affects the project? That is called sensitivity analysis. Then what do you mean by scenario analysis? All the variables is going to change. Variable cost may increase or come down. Fixed cost may increase or come down. Sales may increase or come down. Then how sensitivity analysis and scenario analysis will be used in capital budgeting that we are going to understand or we are going to learn. Then simulation, Monte Carlo simulation. It is a very important, technique. One among the different methods in capital budgeting under risk and uncertainty, where an artificial model will be built which resembles the actual model, and the company is going to evaluate whether the project will yield profit, whether the project will suffer a loss. This is called Monte Carlo simulation. Monte Carlo simulation is a method under capital budgeting, risk and uncertainty, where an artificial model will be used. Based on the artificial model, the NPV will be calculated. Based on the NPV, the company is going to judge whether it is feasible to invest in this project or not feasible to invest in this project. This is called simulation. Then decision tree. Decision tree is one of the oldest method under capital budgeting, where the financial manager will be using the decision tree in evaluating the project based on the different decisions that he or she is going to take in coming years. If the decisions earns profits, then the decision will be selected. The project will be selected. If the decision makes going to suffer a loss, then the project will be rejected. This is called decision tree. Decision tree is a graphical or a pictorial representation of various decisions that the financial manager is going to take. Based on the decisions, based on the outcomes, the project will be evaluated based on the outcomes. If the outcome earns profit, the project will be selected. If the outcome suffers a loss, the project will be rejected. This is known as decision tree. You can on the screen, the picture is displayed how the decision tree. For example, R&D, research and development. If a financial manager is going to invest on a research and development project, if the project cash outlay is around 200 crores, if the project cash outlay, that is initial investment, is around 200 crores, whether it is feasible for the financial manager to invest in this project or to reject the project. This is known as decision tree analysis. This is known as decision tree analysis. How it will be evaluated? It will be evaluated from right side to left side based on the outcomes of the decisions. If the outcome makes profit, the decision will be accepted. If the outcome suffers a loss, then the decision, then the project will be rejected. This is called decision. Then standard deviation. What is the standard deviation? Based on the standard deviation, mean and the variance standard deviation, the risk factor will be evaluated based on the calculation of mean, standard deviation, and variance. If the standard deviation is higher, the risk factor in the project will be higher. If the standard deviation is lower, the risk factor is lower. Based on this, the project will be evaluated. The project will be evaluated by calculating the mean, standard deviation, and variance. If the standard deviation is higher, the project has more risk factor. If the standard deviation is lower, the project has less risk factor. Based on this, the project will be evaluated. This is known as standard deviation. Any doubts? Any clarifications? Okay. Let us summarize what are the things that we learned. We have learned capital budgeting and then risk and uncertainty. Then what is the capital budgeting? Then what are the methods under capital budgeting, like sensitivity analysis, scenario analysis, simulation, decision tree, standard deviations, like this. And we have learned what is in the sensitivity analysis, what is in the scenario analysis, what is the difference between sensitivity analysis and scenario analysis, then Monte Carlo simulation, decision tree, then standard deviation, so on.